Hi everyone. So we're in for a chatty one today. Back in my more normal setup, but I thought before I do a few batch filming things, I would just do my get ready with me, which I got the challenge on my project Panoply to do a glam look, and I was like, what better opportunity than to show you, or at least attempt, kind of like my synchro face. If you don't know, synchro or synchronized swimming are now called artistic swimming, which I recently learned is also shortened to art swim. So I'm still learning kind of all the terms, even though I'm coaching for the sport, but there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. Um, but I swim as a master's swimmer as well, and I'll be having a few upcoming like showcases, exhibitions, competitions type of thing. And when you swim, you first of all pull up your hair into a slick bun, and then you actually gel it with unflavored gelatin or Knox. So that's a whole process. You might have like heard of that if you there was like a few trends going around about people trying that. But yes, it's a real thing. Like artistic swimmers still do it. And then you glam up your face. Most people just do like a really bold eyeshadow and like a red lip. Just because like you're still so far away from the judges, like trying to perfect your face doesn't usually have that much of an effect. But I thought I would at least attempt somewhat of a glam face. And kind of start from my condensed makeup kit, which is like very much everyday makeup, and then maybe tack on a few things from the rest of my collection. So I pulled that out here. Have some of my extra palettes and some of just lipsticks and other stuff. So maybe help me with it. I don't have all my tools, so I think we're still going to be using my fingers today. So I guess not quite glam in the sense of like having everything out, but I think the look itself will be a little more glam. So I'm gonna scoot forward a little bit. I'm also wearing this jacket because I'm actually wearing my like swimsuit underneath. Not because I'm about to go to for a swim, but I thought I would just kind of show you guys like the full thing once I'm done. But that's why I just like threw on a jacket on top, and I pulled out my actual like business jacket because I was like, it's glam, so I might as well pull out the nicer thing. Otherwise, I would have just put on like, a hoodie or whatever. Um, Okay, so where do we start? I think let's still do base. I don't have much left from whatever I attempted to put on earlier today. Um, but in my condensed makeup kit, I usually just work like bottom to top. So like blush on, then blush on the cream side and then the powder stuff. I have a few of my tools with me, so I'll go ahead and use that as well. Um, but I think just actually start with primer, even though I already got a little bit of blush on my fingers. So let me throw that on. And then grab my primer, which I think sank to the bottom of one of my bags. Found it. I feel like I used to have everything in one station in my makeup station, and now it's like split between all these different bags, and it definitely feels even more disorganized, and I have definitely not been reaching for my makeup as much. Partially because I'm like pretty comfortable with my own skin, which is good. Like I think that's always a goal of mine. But also I'm like, well, I'm not using up products for like goals that I would have reached easily even a few months ago is like not happening. Nor am I putting it a priority to like put on makeup, which I used to in the past. I'd be like, kids, hang on for 5 minutes, I'm gonna throw on a face, and now I'm just like, all right, let's just go downstairs. Like we all woke up late. Like that's just the story of our life right now, and that's fine. It's just where I am in my life, and the content here and my progress here will show for it. But you know what? I think just to be real. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually put on my cream blush. I probably for like an actual swimming like performance, I probably wouldn't do that many cream products. One, because the pool is hot. It is so warm and it's humid too, right? So a lot of makeup is just gonna slough right off. I think like the really dry kind of formula is like would probably do okay and would probably actually be somewhat waterproof in that way. But I tend to stick to more powder products just because they can actually withstand the the yeah, the water essentially. I'm not sure what I'm trying to get at. I also have like really two very prominent spots. There's this guy right here, which hopefully from far away you can't tell how much texture there is. And then this one. This one is so annoying. It was probably just like a blackhead or something. And I went for it. It was bad. And of course it sits right in the goggle socket. So it's like very painful and a very painful reminder of why you don't pick at blemishes, because it honestly wasn't noticeable before. It's just because I felt a little bump and just went for it, and now that's where it is. Fun times. I do have a cream contour, so we'll pop that on as well. But yeah, I usually tell people that the only like really waterproof things you need is anything that typically wouldn't be wax based. So like, you know, like liquid eyeliner, you would need to make sure that's kind of in a waterproof formula. And I don't really use it either. I would rather use like a shadow liner. Um, and then like some, unless you're like really going for like that super winged out look, which I typically don't. So some people will, and it looks really good on them, but that's just not me. I'm just not confident in putting on makeup like that. So um and then this is my eyeshadow primer, so we'll use that. Eyeshadow primer is a good idea because you do want, because like I said, most people focus on their eyes and their lips. So having an eyeshadow that really pops is a really, really good idea. And I think I've basically mixed all my eyeshadow primers to be really neutral colors. So this is what we're working with. Some people will use chapstick or some sort of like light layer of Vaseline to really make them stick. And I think that's worked pretty well, especially because a lot of swimmers will just like do their makeup like within the hour before they swim, not even, and they just kind of like throw it on and then go, because you just need it to last for like the 3 minutes you're in the water. So, you know, you take your chances. So on top of the eyeliner, that needs to be waterproof. If you do use eyeliner, it would just be like mascara if you're using that. I don't really think people really use lashes because there's no guarantee, because we have to swim without goggles. So there's like no guarantee that will stay on, and you just like don't want those distractions. Like you're already basically doing a workout in the water while not breathing. So you just don't want that kind of distractions. And like the judges aren't judging your makeup. I mean, they would like it to be cohesive with your routine, but not necessarily, that's not what they're looking for. They don't want anything like super distracting, but they're more looking at like your swimsuit and like, of course, the choreography that you're doing. So okay, we have eyes on, or like eye primer on. Let's do some eyeshadow. I'm just gonna do like the basic one that I typically do, and then pull from a few palettes here. I have a few things in mind, but just want to get a good base on first. And honestly, some people will just do like one or two eyeshadows and like call it a day. So pretty simple. I think I'm gonna try to pull for my, this is not powder, it's actually a like no pan eyeshadow palette. And I think a lot of these have some potential. So actually something I did not bring with me here is that I do have some what is it called? I just blanked. It has the word seal on it, and I only remember that. It's the Makeup Forever one. I don't know why Fix and Seal is coming to mind. It's not that for sure. I will have to think about it. But I like made a whole video about it and everything. But I'm blanking really hard. It's just like I have become very disconnected from my makeup collection. But yes, I have like a fixing sealant that is actually, I think, like made for artistic swimmers, like very originally. So this hair is gonna bother me, and I don't have like a clip with me, but that's fine. And yeah, so I think that's really interesting. Like Makeup Forever, the brand, I think actually did sponsor the artistic swimming team, and they made formulas that were specific for their needs. And most of it is just like, you know, long wearing, wax based, you know, really opaque, striking colors, you know, that type of thing, which, you know, isn't just for artistic swimmers. Honestly, anybody who has that need or wants it could get it. But it's just a fun fact for you. At least one makeup company has gotten into the synchronous swimming, artistic swimming kind of game. Okay, so I don't know exactly what color I'm gonna go for today. Kind of like feeling purple. I don't know why. Purple is getting at me. Okay, so I do have like a purplish blue here in this corner, which I don't know if you can see from the lighting. I don't have a detail brush with me, so I think we're just gonna see how fingers can do. Thankfully, since I have hooded eyes, like just blobbing it on is usually does okay. I also have a light purple here too. I might pop that a little bit on my eyes here. Might pull in another palette to help me out. But we're just playing at this point to make it a somewhat glam look. It's not like I'm literally gonna pop in the shower after this because I worked out today and I am actually somewhat procrastinating showering. But you know what? Also having fun at the same time. And I do have like a mirror right behind me, so I'm gonna try to look in that. And so but yeah, well, I don't know where I was in terms of how I was describing things. Yeah, no false lashes. I rarely see people do their eyebrows. So that was something I did notice at the last meet I was at. I was like, oof, like people have very, very dramatic eyes, but they are not doing their brows. And I already have like pretty thick brows, and I don't feel like I need to do anything with them. Sometimes I just like brush something through them. But yeah, that was definitely something I noticed. I was like, there's some girls here who could have maybe just popped on a little bit of even just eyeshadow through their brows, just to balance out their face. But you know what? I'm not the judge. I'm not here to critique. There is a lot of other stuff to look at, and plus, like half the time you're upside down anyway, so it's like doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think having something there. Honestly, sometimes the shadow in terms of like the lighting and stuff, I can't tell if there's just fallout under my eyes or not. So we're just gonna roll with this. I really love gold and purple together, so let me see if I can find a brighter gold. I have a feeling it's gonna come from one of these palettes here. Not super confident in that one. I think I'll do from this one. This is my Makeup Forever. Makeup Forever, speaking of. This is one of their super old palettes. They're one of their artist shadows, and two, this is a super colorful one. Still pretty well performing, even though this palette is well over a decade old. I don't think it has I think I looked it up, like it came with a really nice box. I think I looked it up, it was definitely about a decade old. So I'm gonna use the bright gold that's right up here in the corner. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to talk about. I mean, you guys are welcome to pop any comments like below. Honestly, artistic swimming or synchronous swimming is what actually got me into makeup. I don't know like how much I shared that story. I think I might have mentioned it in the past, but like to actually go in depth just a little bit, I'm gonna take this dark shimmery purple down here. Pop it a little bit more in my outer corner here. And yeah, that was kind of where, because I think I still might have the swimsuit in my closet. One of the I do remember there is this, and I think it was Palladio, actually, that company. We were asked to purchase a metallic green color. This is all green too that's in here, but not quite this green, more like a really true green, because we had like we name our routines. So this one was the dragon routine. I can't even remember what the music was from. I don't think it was necessarily like Asian by any means. I think it was just kind of had vibes. And somehow we named it the dragon routine. And on the suit, it was designed to have, I think it was a green suit, kind of with some cutouts, and then with a gold dragon on it. And that was where it unlocked just something in me being like, wow, like you can actually be colorful with your makeup. You can really be dramatic with your makeup. And sorry, I'm adjusting my mirror behind here. And I just went full in. My parents honestly didn't know how obsessed I was with like what makeup could mean. Especially in high school, I was supposed to be focusing on other things. So I would just like collect makeup quietly, like drugstore makeup, like outlet store makeup, that type of stuff. I am gonna do, I think, the lips next. Should I do something in my brows? I don't know if I have the tools to do anything in my brows, to be honest. And as you can see, like they're looking decent already, so I'm not gonna mess with it too much. And you know what I did want to pop in the crease, but I did not get to, was my eyeliner. I might as well line my eyes since I am able to. And yeah, that's kind of where my obsession with makeup started. And then, of course, you know, I think as many of us know, the consumption spiraled out of hand. And especially in college when I wasn't doing synchro, there just wasn't a need for me to have a collection. I think that's how I justified it. It was like, oh, maybe I'll need it for synchro, or maybe it'll be useful. And I kind of like became like the makeup artist for the team. I wasn't very good, but like I had my supply with me, and people would play. And yeah, it was just something that I really leaned into end of high school. And then from there, brought stuff with me to college, having just this huge makeup collection in my room, definitely really weird. And yeah, it just got out of control. I felt like I needed to get it back under control sometime in college, and then found Makeup Rehab, the subreddit on Reddit. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I would definitely encourage you to check that out. And then, you know, of course, saw all the Project Pan videos unfold, like with Amber F, Pretty Pistol 86. I miss her dearly. I don't think she's posting content anymore, but since like I didn't like save people or like really like I would maybe subscribe, but like just the algorithm wasn't that strong. I would literally type in their names and like search their videos and see if they had anything new. So that's why I remember so many people's names, and there's a few that I recall as well, and some of them are still posting content. So yeah, it's been a little while since then, and then only just a year or two ago did I actually personally start posting content. I posted content before, but it wasn't fully related to project panning. But anyways, back to the makeup look. I am gonna actually pull from, this looks terrible, just like stuck on some tape and it's bled, but it says Lipstick Graveyard, or at least it tried to. Grave Y. Close enough. This is literally all the makeup scrap or lipstick scraps I have left that have not made it into my lipstick palette. So we're really close. The bulk of it, if you can't see, is a very dark Givenchy lipstick. I have since repackaged, or Dolce & Gabbana, sorry. I've since like put another product in here. But what was originally in there still remains. And it is looking, wow, it is looking very liquidy for some reason. I wish I had a lip brush because obviously I'm just not prepared for this video. So we're going to go with the finger. Let me see how it goes. So yeah, this is the darkest shade and the most pigmented shade in my collection currently. And I've been actually, just because I'm like, oh, I don't have a bright red lipstick or like really dark lipstick right in front of me, I've actually like almost bought something, but then I was like, don't forget, your lipstick graveyard has something, and it's not like it wouldn't work. So I'm gonna pop that on carefully. And yeah, I think the last time I did my makeup for my routine, I like forgot about this lipstick. And so I kind of went on with the nude lip because I just really didn't feel like I have anything else. I probably could line my lips before this too. Just forgetting all the regular makeup steps. Typical. So from here, how'd I do my lip line? It's always a straggler. I promise this isn't me like missing a spot. I think it's just literally my lip color. So I would say not too bad, just with my fingers, so it's possible. I'm gonna blot and go in at least the middle with another layer. And yeah, that's like how unperfect it needs to be for a synchro routine. I'll blot one more time just because I hate, oh, of course I like poof, smushed it right there. Let's see if I got most of it off. You guys can ignore that, right? So yeah, anyways, so that's kind of how my whole makeup story right there. And I've posted videos about like, I called like my makeup testimony and like just other challenges that I've come across in my makeup journey. So feel free to give those a watch if you want to. Actually might be filming another one soon. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, I guess the last thing here would be my mascara. I really shouldn't forget that because I have forgotten in the past. Sanitize. And yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say, but it's honestly been a lot of fun to get back into things. I will actually be coaching at a competition this weekend. It'll be the first time I've done that. I do need to get my stuff together to actually like know when the swimmers need to be ready and like hustle them around and make sure that they're not like hiding in a corner just like doing their own thing, just because at meets there's just a lot of waiting and some kids get lost. Not so much loss as much as like, it's hard to keep track of things. And of course it being a pool, like if an announcement is made, I'll have that. I don't even know like what kind of communication. I just haven't been at a meet like that and like been actually that deeply engaged with the swimmers for a very long time. I think the last time was honestly my own like last youth competition. So I'll need to kind of keep on top of that. Anyhow, so lashes are curled and I'm just going to use a waterproof mascara using Call Me Queen by Essence with my, I don't know, just threw on a mascara one that I really love. And I usually do one coat on a daily basis, but I might do 2 coats like for this look just to balance it out a little bit. And is that my eyeshadow doing weird things? I think it is. I might need to go in with a napkin and or a tissue and blot that off. Okay, I'm hoping I won't smudge my mascara while doing this. Yeah, there's definitely some smudging happening. I think I got most of it. Okay. So we'll call that good. I wish I had a little something just to brush through my brows. I actually could probably do a little bit of my mascara, to be honest. Let me take off some of the product here, even though there isn't very much, and just kind of brush it through. It's usually the ends where I need a little bit of help. And not that you could even tell I did anything, right? Especially because I still have the stragglers that I like never pluck. So yeah, this might be what I'll do for the next meet that I'm in. So no jewelry, so no earrings or anything like that. So I can't add that to the glam. No necklaces, of course. And then I actually do have my suit on, so I wanted to at least like kind of sit up. It's so awkward. I feel like I'm exposing myself. So honestly, like as a master swimmer, like I can just like get a fashion suit and just like whatever. I did sew on like a clear strap, so it looks like it's digging into my shoulders, but I actually needed there because otherwise it's like it didn't come with like a clear strap, so I just made one and just like, you know, kind of sewed it in. But yeah, I chose one that actually has like some mesh here in the middle, so it's super cute, and then it's just black the rest of it. So yeah, that's kind of the look I went for this time around. I have kind of like a very bold song, or I guess like, I don't know. The song is Brave by Mariah Peters. If you probably haven't heard of it, she's a Christian artist. And but yeah, it's like Brave. So like if you can think about that type of music, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I thought that it would look okay. But yeah, that's gonna be the look I'll go for. I don't think I've really worn a dark lip on camera with you guys, so that's new. And I'll film the next few videos with this too. And I'm not really sure what else to say, but I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready with me. I mean, this was super fun. Me being able to dig into some stuff that I already have been, and then also to pull from things that I don't usually. I think that's always really fun. And I'm excited, I think, for kind of maybe doing more of these in the future, both for Synchro, but also just for myself. I think I really need to make an effort to do that because otherwise I'm not really touching my makeup right now. So you know what? I'll keep you guys updated on that. But hope you found at least some of the stuff I was talking about kind of interesting. If you have any more kind of related questions, feel free just to comment below and I'll maybe cover that in a future video. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.